응? hello, John. Fancy armor? Yes, I paid for this. It cost me like 90 pence or something. Or less. Oh, definitely worth it. The way they do it, armor and stuff with Myth of Empires is pretty scummy. Because it's loot boxes, the crates. You can, like, you don't know what you're getting, basically. Obviously, you'll know what a loot crate is. And they're not cheap. So, it's very, ugh. But you can buy them from the Steam Market instead, which is where I got that one from. They were asking my streamer to play Genshin Impact. I've seen that years ago with somebody. I still haven't played it. I think I'm just gonna climb one of these islands. But hello, Flutter, how are you doing? You lot, this is my place now. Off you go. Hope I can use this. What do I need? Rubble. Okay. You doing great? Oh, good. Did I really not get any stone on the way here? Yeah. So I've played a lot of Myth of Empires, but I haven't played this map, and I think this is the map that you got free with the game. But I ended up playing the DLC one instead, so I'm going to try this out. There is another one that they did. It's the most recent one. But I had a quick look around it, and it's just all sand from the looks of it. And I can't just do just a desert map, that's not. So basically I'm just trying to get set up. I do have a proper base on the other map. Lag, man, honestly. Hi, Tortoise. How are you doing? And there's over. What do I need? Actual stone. Oh, hello? What the hell? You doing good? Good. I'm good. I'm just exploring. I haven't streamed for a few days. I'm feeling very rusty. I'm just trying to get a little base set up here. I want to explore a lot. I need to put down a bed and my stable, because if I die I'm going to need somewhere to respawn, and if anything happens to my horse I need a place to revive her or him. I can't remember which one this one is. Let me have a look. Oh, don't let me have a look. It's fine. Yeah. You had a feeling I was going to play this? It's been the plan all week, actually. I just never got around to it. Ow. No. It's off. I've been meaning to play this like all week. I need actual stone, not rubble, but that's fine. You were playing earlier? Which map have you been playing on Tortoise? There's one that begins with Z, which is the one I'm on. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. And then there's the one that begins with a D. That's where I have my main base. And then there's the one that begins with an X, which is the sandy one that I'm not a fan of, which is a shame, because it's the newest one. I didn't really bring anything with me from my main base either. Just what I've got, a couple of essentials and my horse. There we go. I've claimed territory. Branches and straw rope. Okay. Do you have my... You don't. Get off there, please. Thank you. Never need the sand. So I brought a chest, a wagon, a bed, a stable. These things I can't get out of my inventory because I've got that little bit there. Just takes up space. Could have swore I got... That's fine. Follow me. I wanted to go to one of the European ones, so like to try and reduce the lag. But apparently you have to travel to one that's next to yours. Like numbers wise, which is, I mean, alright, but like, no. So I couldn't go. So I'm stuck on the American ones. I mean, you can totally server hop, but like you're stuck there, I think, for an hour each time. And then to do that to get to one, and then to do that to get back to my main base just seems like a proper ball ache, which I can't be bothered with. So, this is what it is. We definitely have my branches. I'll have them back, thanks. Oh, okay. I'm stuck making straw rope for the foreseeable future. That's alright. Am I going to get eaten in this game? I can. There's a possibility. There are crocodiles. They're not as big as the orc ones, but we've got crocodiles. It's normally the mountain cats that fuck me up. They're so persistent. And hello, Century. You're not too much stuff you joined to us. Okay. Okay. I had to write mine down. But yeah, it's normally the mountain cats that they're really fast. And when I was moving my base, the reason I moved me base on the other server is because of the fucking mountain cats. Yeah, when I moved my base, they kept jumping on the back of my wagon and scratching me from the back, which is terrible. So I'm saying I track cougars. I mean, it's not what I'm saying, that's what you're saying. For me to attract a cougar, they'd have to be like 80 years old. Get 80-year-old granny chasing us in a Zimmer frame. Amazing. Vintage. Does it get better with age? I mean, life certainly does. Wait, give me these. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you doing today? You having a good Saturday? Okay, how do... I kind of want to... I need to have... I don't think I'm going to upgrade that, so I don't think it's going to matter, but... I'd like to at least have a foundation space. Workday. See, I'm browsing YouTube and watching movies. Nice. What have you been watching? Have you seen the new Superman? Not that I would assume you'd be watching that from home, because that would be piracy and that would be wrong. Can I just... That should be alright. I see that should be alright. That won't be alright. I don't like it. But I can't just pick it up, can I? Nah. When I worked for a call center and Saturdays were very quiet. Apparently, no, but not many people bother the card machine people on a weekend. And bank holidays as well. I'm wondering why these people didn't build on that island and they just built over here. Am I missing something? The new Superman? Nope. Look like a pile of rubbish. So wait. So it's on demand. It's fair. I haven't. I don't like going to pictures really. Especially just for how long films are these days. I don't want to be sitting there, like, you know, for 2+ hours. It's different if I watch something like that at home. You know, you can pause it, you can get up, you can, make some food or have a break, but just sitting there, nah. Can't remember what I last went to see. It was probably The Northman. Or Bob's Burgers? I don't know. You didn't think it was worthy of your free cinema tickets? Oh, I forgot. You've got my branches. Give me my branches. How many do I want? Probably 4. I don't want to make anything that's too big. Okay, level 1. I think level 1's 45. Hang on, let me switch it on. Oh yeah, that's definitely big enough for what I want to do here. I would quite like to downgrade my other one, you know. Don't need it to be as big as it is. Saturday's usually quiet for your department. 16 tickets done so far. Waiting for more to come through. Yeah, when I worked at the call center, I was like... It was weird because it would be the same... Apparently just the same places that called each Saturday. The ones that were asking for their totals for the day before. Which is like, why are you ringing the card company and asking for your totals? Do you not... You have your own ways of finding them. Not a lot else, like more tech support, which wasn't what I did. You'll probably go to see Megan too, after the weekend of work though. I don't... So I watched the first one, like a couple of weeks ago. I think it's on 4D. That was okay, but I wouldn't watch it again. If I have this down here, and then I have it upstairs. Maybe. Okay. Need 8 of those perhaps? Yeah, watch the first one. I'd already seen people doing like YouTube videos of it because I like to watch that kind of stuff. Now that was like I said, it was okay. It might have been Bob's Burgers. Was it the Bob's Burgers or the Northman, the last thing that I went to see? I can't remember. This is going to be very square. I don't... Hmm. People can't even get me stuff anyway. This is PVE, so I don't even really need to properly wall it off, I don't think. Interesting. Doesn't really matter because this is just a... This is a for now thing. Wait, what did I bring? So I brought my stable. Probably not going to need the wagon. I didn't bring any crafting benches. That's the one if I need any. What do I need? Sand and copper ore. Sand that I threw away. Yeah, great. There we go, look at that. Amazing building. Amazing. I need to make some walls. Do 4. Leveling up in this game is so slow. Oh, oh, that's clay. Yeah, clay's needed for pretty much everything. The character has some big pockets. Hell yeah. Got cabinets and everything in Yemen. Why would I need to repair? I don't, it's fine. Keep forgetting that these things don't just keep following you when you hop off. Must be like Thor with that hammer. So I bring a wagon with us so I can carry a lot of stuff. It's in case the opportunity arises where somebody's base disintegrates in front of my eyes. And then I can fit more in it, but it's like it's weight. It goes by weight. So unfortunately, I cannot fit everything in. I wish it was just dependent on how many spaces you had. That would be much better. But then again, make it very easy to take everybody's stuff. So if bases that can, if you haven't logged in for, we have to pay for the upkeep, and then you still have to log in. So I think 2 weeks is the maximum you can pay for. If you don't log in, I think after a week your character dies anyway, but then you just respawn. And then you have to keep logging in every 2 weeks to keep paying for it anyway. But when people don't do that, and the building starts to decay, there's still, you get a decent amount of time before your base will act like properly decay anyway. So it's normally like really old ones that'll just pop, which is great. Like rust, I think so. Yeah. The only Rust I played was Go Silver for Main Jack, so for a little bit. Can I remember what I wanted things for? Copper. Oh, I don't think I saw any copper. Because yeah, I know at first you have like it's timed and everything, timed upkeep and whatnot. Yeah. I thought Rust was fun, but what I didn't like was you just get you get whatever character you get. No thanks. Nibbler. Yes, it's a good idea. As the servers don't get like Arc with Foundation spam everywhere. Yeah. I mean, you can get a pretty decent boundary size on this, though. I would say excessive, but So people can have massive bases. The upkeep isn't like it's nothing rare either. You just need stone. I think it's stone, hardwood, clay. Is it crude height as well? It's something. Just thinking there might be some copper over here. No. Basic materials, yeah. Clay's a bit of a pain for me though. Not where I've moved to now on the other server. But when I was in the high level area, you basically just get clay around shorelines and stuff. And the shoreline that was near me had, you know, the mountain lions, bears, all that kind of stuff. And there was not actually a lot of clay on it anyway. But I don't have that issue now. I moved. What's this? Nibbler. Oh, no. Well, that was the light and switch and a half, that. Bit weird. Oh, it had to be stone when I wanted rubble, didn't it? I'm not going to really need any of the other stuff. Don't think... The last time I spent ages building big fences. If I'm going to do any, I'm just going to do the nice little ones. I saw them on other people's places and thought they looked better. Branches. Alright. It's getting dark here as well. Not just in game. I'm expecting rain. I'm looking forward to it. You back, Tortoise? It's the Z map. Oh, so that's what I'm on. You won't be on the same one as me. I'm on one of the American ones, but yes, that's the map that I'm checking out because I've never done this map before. And yes, Centurion Rain, that thing that's very rare in England at the minute. Bit weird. It's what we're known for. Well, one of the things that we're known for. So yeah, that's the map you're on, Tortoise, is the one that I'm checking out right now. Granddad's garden was like a desert the other week. It's been very dry. It's summer, you know, it should be expected, but no, not here. But yeah, I mean, it's what, 10 to 1? And it's already dark. You can get lost. Actually, no. Do I have a hunting knife? Oh, I don't have my hunting knife. I was going to kill those wolves and skin them, but I didn't bring a knife to skin them with. Are they still chasing me? Oh, my poor horse. Why am I not hitting them? I'm gonna get off and do this. Combat's a bit weird in this game. Well, did I ask you to come running out of the woods and chase me? No, I didn't. Do I have a knife? Ah, wasteful. Can't skin them without one. I don't think I can. Can I chop them up, maybe? Let's have a look. I don't really want bones, but... oh well. There you are. Where am I and where do I live? Head knows where I live, it's fine. I know Feast is right and not to have rain for a prolonged period. Absolutely. Was more often flooded and waterlogged. We did, I mean, we had a little bit of rain the other day, but it was just, you know, fine misty rain. Wasn't very useful. We'll need a day of mild rain to allow it to soak into the ground. Yeah, that would be nice. I remember, I don't know what year it was, but I felt like I was hearing about floods all the time. Probably wasn't, it just felt that way. But like... Oh, when I was a kid and I heard about some part of the country like was having a drought and didn't have water, and I didn't understand that. I was like, what do you mean they don't have water? They had like water tanks and stuff being taken in or something. I mean, it was a long time ago. And it's like, there's water everywhere here? I don't understand. It was down south somewhere. It was very hard for me to understand drought. Hello, Speedy. Happened a few times. Thousands of water tankers. Yeah, they weren't closed for a week that summer. Oh. That one summer. Sorry. And how you doing today, Speedy? I'm playing Myth of Empires, as you can see. I said I would at some point this week, and then, you know, the week's nearly over, so I thought I'd better. What have I thrown on the ground? Oh, locusts, right. And that stuff. That's alright, I don't need it. There's a weird clicking noise, and I think it's supposed to be crickets or something, but it's upsetting my brain. I don't like it. Like 10 walls. No, I want yes. Or, you know, I can just reduce what I'm carrying. That would be a better option. I don't need that. Clicking noises, not your joints like mine do. No, my joints are alright. I need to be happy about that while it lasts, because, like, if my dad's body's anything to go by, his back is fucked. He's got arthritis, man. He's got arthritis. I'll be expecting it. There we go. Get off, nibbler, nibbler. Yes. Forgot which one I need to make for that though. Oh, okay, just those. A snack doesn't need the other day. I think it was yesterday. I just heard a shout from the kitchen. And I go in expecting, you know, he's done a mischief. No. It's just like, oh, my knee. He'd hurt his knee. Standing up. I shouldn't laugh. He said it hurt. But, you know. Can I... How do you do that? I hate this. Okay. I think I just need to put the ceiling up first. Right. Yeah. Nibla. Seriously. Get off. Is that right? Yes. You know those chiropractic videos on YouTube? I'm very familiar with the chiropractic videos on YouTube. I would like to visit a chiropractor. Just, you know, for the hell of it. So I have seen those. Where they click and pop people. You sound like that every time you get up. Yeah, I've watched those. I like them. I just think because of like how physical my job is and stuff that I could benefit from that. Because my back doesn't like crack easily. Snacks does. It's easy to like, you know, pop his and stuff, but mine just often feels like tense. But enrollment in the prefecture battle, this kind I don't want to do that. Mine often feels like there's something there that needs to move, but it doesn't always. The only thing I wouldn't let them do, my neck. Because that's where the horror stories come in, I think. It used to be a good one in Dollar. I'm not. Why would I? I'm not. I wouldn't go there. Here we go. There's one that's not too far away from where I live. Somebody from work. She's been there. She swears by it. Well, not swears by it, but she said it definitely helped her a lot with her back problems. Okay, I'm just gonna put this one in. But yeah, her back was stiff and everything, and it'd been like that for a couple of days. And her dad suggested the chiropractor. And people are like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, they'll do, you know, make us look skinny. And they're like, oh, no, you don't want to go to a chiropractor. They'll do like this, that, and the other. And, like, you know, they'll damage you. But you went and she liked it. Well, you can get some chunky equises on here. Speedy. It's possible. I need to do my tribute, actually. I forgot about that. I need stone and hardwood. Did I even have any hardwood yet? I better get on that. There's a practice physician that worked for the borough team and was a decent price. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a chunky equus. Well, it's not really mine. Bought it for snacks and then he stopped. Didn't want to play. Oh, you can't really do these sideways here, can you? That's fine. I don't like doing it this way. There's that bloody clicking again. It's... oh. Well, I don't like it. Plus, there's a Spanish hottie. Okay. Alright. I just did a storage box and I just start dumping everything there. I'll do for now. Need to go and get stone and hardwood to pay the tribute. This is daft because I'm sure the price to like the tribute price is the same as it is for me T3. Sorry, me level 3 at me other place. Oh, I didn't even put down the bed. What a numpty. You know what? Let's put my bed on yet? No. I'm not sure how it's gonna look up here, so I'll just do that. Back out again. And the map, in case anybody hasn't seen it, is pretty big. I can go and wander around down here. I don't know what high... I'm guessing up here is probably where the high levels and stuff are. And near that area. But I don't know yet. I mean, I'm level 55. I think max level 60 anyway. So it's not that, like, I'm too low level. And my armor and everything's decent. And my horse is fast, which is why I brought this one. So I should be able to run away from like, anything I need to, really. On the other map, I was adventuring. And I had the wagon, because it was attached to the horse like it's supposed to be. And I didn't realise that it had been damaged. And I'm not sure how damaged it was, but a bear basically demolished the whole thing. The wagon got swiped by a bear, and then it was game over for the wagon. I had to build another one. I didn't have anything on it, so I didn't lose anything. It's obviously helpful to know what the higher levels are, because that's where you get your higher level resources from. Like the whole word and that kind of thing. Can you get out of the way, please? Thank you. I need to start selling things on the market again. That's where I got most of my money from. Okay, these are not the right trees. Aha, there's one. If you're still here, Tortoise, what are you thinking about the game so far? It's a bit slow. Oh yeah, it's definitely slow. See, when I first started playing, I didn't really, there was lots of things about this game that I didn't have a clue about. Like I thought it was a bit excessive that you have to use the skill to level up the skill. And then you can only level it so far, and then you have to go and buy a scroll to unlock the next thing. There was all sorts of stuff that I didn't have a clue about because I wasn't used to that in games. But I had a friend who was playing. No, it was his fault that I was playing. And he basically explained like most of it. I think he'd been playing for a few months or something before I did. Or more. I need some tame dinos to help harvest. I barely ever bother getting the harvesting ones, you know, the gathering ones. It's normally something to gather the berries. I never really get the metal collectors or the stone collectors. When I do get them, it's just because I want to get them. It's not because I'm actually going to use them. but something would be helpful. You can set up like mining huts and logging huts and stuff. Aim to have like call them warriors, basically a thrall. You can get them to work at fire, but you have to feed them while they're doing it. Let me off. Ankylosaurus was an easy one, got all types of resources. I never bothered, honestly. Like, not never, but when I do get them, it's also because they're slow. So what you have to do is, obviously, you'll know, get a flyer to fly them there. Make sure the flyer can carry the weight of, you know, the maximum weight of the dino. And then add your weight and anything you're carrying onto that. And then, like, drop it off, pick up some stuff. And it's just... I can just run over with, like, a pickaxe and just do it on foot. Did I tell you to give me weight? I don't think I did. Didn't know you were going to do that. But you can get and carry more when you use an anchor. Yeah, I know, but it's like... Bleh. See about Archer Quetzal with a ramp. So you can whistle it to attack and then... Attack, yeah. And I don't need the ability to be able to walk. I mean, all these things make sense. I do just enjoy having a Quetzal. When I played Ark with a friend, he used to get one. Put a platform on it, and then stick a chair on the back. I'd just sit in the chair, mind my own business while we went places. And obviously they can carry a lot. Do I have a decent amount? Not really. It's not really a decent amount. Wait, am I stabbing it with an axe? Yeah, you can stab the trees. Look. The moves are a bit weird in this game. So at some points it looks like I'm just jabbing it. Yeah, like that. That's not really, I don't think that's how you use an axe. I've never used one. Gotta find that type of bark. Like a well-bred origin can hold 30k weight. I mean, yeah, but who needs that much? Why do you need that much resource? Oh, we've got the stone as well. Factory size processing. I mean, yeah. I have to be in the right frame, like the right headspace for gathering. Like in any game, I can go and do it and spend hours, but sometimes, like after 5 minutes, I'm like, why don't I have enough already? I've had like this, can't keep doing this. When I used to RP, it was something that I did in between, like RPing basically. Because enough the Conan servers that I've played on, and even the Ark one that I played on, actually any of them I've been on, it's been like, there's not a lot of people around until late on. So if I had a day off or something and I was like, oh, what am I going to do? And it's like, oh, well, I can just, you know, gather some stuff on the RP server. Just to pass the time and then make some things, and then you had things, and when people did log on, you'd done stuff, so you had stuff to talk about. But since I haven't properly RP'd for years, I kind of lost the gathering bug. For higher quality armor, weapons, and tools. I know, but I only do the higher quality stuff, Speedy. Yeah, some of the modded stuff needs like 5k iron per weapon. Well, I wouldn't be bothering with that. I can tell you that now. For like higher quality weapons and armor and stuff in Ark, I just hope I get them from drops, and if I don't get them from drops, well then I don't really get them. My RP sounds different to your preferred type. I mean, when there's like, you know, you and maybe 5 other people on a server, and you don't know who they are or where they are or what they're doing, and even if you did, well, you wouldn't, because you don't know who's on. So it's just like, I'll just go out, I'll gather some things, I'll do some stuff, and if I run into people, great. If not, I'll see them later. Don't get Marie topic. No, let's not have that subject again. That didn't go too well the other day. I'm pretty much at the point now where, like, I know too much about too many people that, like, you know, that play on these servers, and I really don't want to spend any time near them. It's like, oh, look. Yeah, you're playing a dragon again. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you haven't even changed your character's name for the last 6 years. Ah, okay. And, oh, I know you're a degenerate in real life, so get the fuck away from us. It's that kind of stuff. I don't like it. You're pretty... Well, I knew where you were going with that Centurion, which is why I didn't... I mean, I know a couple of servers I can send you to for that. You might make it more than you bargained for. I used to get like excited for the start of new seasons and stuff, and being like, "Oh, I wonder what like this server's gonna do," and then it's like, "Oh, okay, they're doing the same thing they've done for the last 4 years." Thanks, Nibbler, because I really wanted you to come and land on my keyboard and just press things. Yeah. And again, lovely. I don't even know what button she's pressing to get into these menus. Did you see that guy wanting a refund on Arc 1? What do you mean? What, like, evolved? To be fair, they've fucking destroyed the game, so I would say you should get a refund. If that's that, or if it was like Survival Evolved he wanted a refund on, absolutely give that man a refund. 37,000. What? It not only did it not make the mod, like stop the mods from working Centurion, it fucked up the game. So like people have saves and stuff that they've been working on, people had servers that they've been playing on, like all sorts of stuff, and they released that stupid thing that fucked everything up for no reason. Like Evolved was fine, you know, the modders had moved away from it, rightly so, because you know Ascended was supposed to be the next thing, so people are working on that kind of stuff, and their stuff was working. Not obviously not everybody's, but if your stuff works, like your mod works, and then they release something that messes with a whole load of stuff that it had no business messing with and didn't need to mess with, and then it's broken, like I don't, as far as I know, some modders are not gonna, no, they're not going back to fix their stuff because they didn't break it and they've moved on. But yeah, I think give that man a refund and a fucking apology. We carrying too much? Sorted it a little bit. I'm gonna be slow. I didn't realise because I was on foot. Yeah, I'm just gonna close that door. You're gonna not be past the plates? Thank you. Much appreciated. Yeah, so that broke lots of stuff. But yeah, it worked out that the person's average 11, nearly 12 hours a day since release. I used to spend a lot of time, like a lot of time playing Ark. Stop it, Nibbler. I don't have that many hours. I don't even know if I have that many hours like across all of my games on Steam. I have a life. Responsibilities. I need to sleep, you know, like a human does. But I can totally understand people being very angry about it. Like it didn't need to be touched. If you're gonna do anything, Nibbler, stop it. Like if you're gonna do anything, leave Evolved alone. Like it's an old game. Nobody was expecting new content for it. I don't think anybody was asking for new content for it. Just for it to be like maybe left alone, so it worked. would have been nice. Now, how do I get down from here? I don't want to be up here anymore. Stop. You thought you played a lot with 3,000 hours? I've probably got more than that. Like I said, though, I played a lot. Some of it was RP as well. Because I was going to... On the day that they released that stupid Aquatica thing, which I didn't know anything about, I was going to play one of the old modded maps that I used to play RP. I'm going to have to drop something because this is too slow. This is unacceptably slow. What about now? Bit better. I was going to play one of the old maps that I used to play on. And then I see, you know, what they'd done. I was like, oh, well, fuck that idea. Not today, then. The update's still sitting there for my Evolves. I don't know if I tried to play it, if it would just automatically update. I'm assuming it would. Well, there's no way for us to stop it. I know they've done patches and stuff and, you know, to try... So you have to, like, do some things as a workaround to go to pre-Aquatica, which I don't think you should have to. They should be able to roll that back, surely. But then again, I'm not a game developer. I don't know how that works. It was so unnecessary, though. They didn't need to do that. And even if they did, why couldn't they just made something that was, like, compatible with Ark? It's like some things that I don't like about some of the Conan mods, because they change base game stuff. Like, they touch the base game stuff. They change icons for the base game stuff. They, like... change descriptions and stuff for it, and then obviously if the base game doesn't update, and then people are like, oh, blame Funcom, Funcom broke this. No, Funcom didn't fucking break AOC. AOC broke AOC by messing with stuff that they don't need to be messing with, and then people blame the company and not the mod maker. Well, in this case, it wasn't the fucking mod makers that messed up. They didn't do anything wrong. You got like 7 Days to Die 2.0. They got so much bad feedback for the change. They roll back most of the changes. Yeah, they absolutely should. Let's have a look. I want to see how many hours I have in Evolved. Oh no, I've only got like 3,700 and something. Ascended, I've only got 700 and something. So I don't have too many. I'm not telling you my Conan one though. It's a bit excessive. I used to only work part time when I RP'd, so I had a lot of could spend a lot of time on Conan. And I've had Conan longer than I had Ark Evolved anyway, so it's a bit much. But yeah, I get annoyed with people when they blame Funcom when they do an update and it breaks modded stuff, and it's like they're under absolutely no obligation whatsoever to make their game compatible with the mods. They should, because I think from nearly everything I've seen, it's mods that keep Conan going. There's a lot of modded servers. RP, definitely RP communities, like, got a hand in keeping Conan up. But at the same time, I was like with, I use AOC as an example because it's one of the mods I've used the most. And I know a lot of people used to use it, but not many servers that I know of use it anymore. Because they change a lot of things, and some things aren't compatible with the lore of what the server's going for, and blah blah blah. But like, at one point they said their goal is to not make their mod compatible with other mods. They're only concentrating on what, like, you know, making their mod how they want to do it. And like, if it's not compatible with your favorite mods, well, not their words, but like, boo-hoo for you, kind of thing. And then they rolled that back, and then they changed it, and they're like, oh well, no, we want to, you know, we want to be compatible with other mods, but that attitude, at least I've seen from a couple of modders, annoyed them. And I was like, oh well, yeah, well, my mod doesn't need to be compatible with AOC. And it's like, these are a bunch of adults making mods for a game that's not even yours. Calm down a bit. It's not that serious, but people get angry, man. Same with most games. Mods give it extra content, more variety to play. Sorry, more variety of play style. Exactly, and there's a lot of things that Conan as an example. Mods add a lot of things that I feel like they should have added. Instead, they add stupid little things like the Age of Sorcery. There are plenty of magic mods already out there. AOC was one of them. It's one of my favourite magic mods. Some of the others I don't really like. But yeah, there's a few already out, and then Conan comes along with the Age of Sorcery. And they added a few cool things to the map, but then took them away when they went into the Age of War, or whatever it was. And so it made it kind of, instead of adding and keeping the content, they're like, add bits and then remove it and then do stuff. And you're like, well, you're removing the extra content for people. Why are you adding it in the first place if you're not intending to keep it? And doing little changes to stamina and things like that. This game's old at this point. Leave it alone. If you're not going to add stuff that's going to stay, just leave it alone. Because you're doing updates and you are breaking stuff, but they're breaking their own stuff as well. And then things aren't working for mods, and then you're just putting people off. Right, I want to make something. I wanted to do... I saw somebody in, I think it was the Myth of Empires Discord, saying about the construction in this game. Why can't you do it like Conan does with the construction hammer? Bitch, when that construction hammer came out, loads of people hated it. Me in particular, I hated it. I don't like having the stupid construction hammer. They're like, oh, you know, you've got like the move and you can make things movable. I do think all building bits and stuff should be movable. Because in this, if I can't just pick this up, I would have to destroy it. Which makes absolutely no sense, since I made the piece and then I put the piece down, you should be able to pick the piece up. Like, stuff like that. But I feel like when there are mods that add things to games that the game makers themselves should have thought about, and it just shows that they don't really know their audience. If they don't know that that's what people want. Like, do they even play the game? Like the ones with outfits and new weapons, or new ruins and vintage. Without those, would be boring after a couple of playthroughs. Yeah, I mean, Conan... I keep using Conan because, like I said, I've got an ungodly amount of hours in that game. The base game is fine on its own. It really is. You can do, especially if you played on like an official server, with the progression stuff is slow. If you're not trying to race to the end, there's lots of stuff you can do without mods. And then there are little mods that you can add that add a little bit, and then you have your big mods. But I do feel like in the way of that game itself, that the mods do keep it alive. Because you do. Outfit choices is quite limited. When I say quite limited, there's... With the armor, there's light, medium, and heavy. And then, obviously, what you're wearing needs to match you, like your stats and stuff you need and whatnot. But just in case, like outfits, there's a few different mods where you can just, you know... Conan made it so you can add illusions, I think it was, through the sorcery, where you could add basically an outfit onto your armor, and that's what you would say the outfit and not the armor. When mods already had that ability, you could already do that. A lot less convoluted in a mod. So they kind of realised that obviously what your character looks like is important, but they didn't do it as cleanly as a mod did it. It was stupid. Mods make the difference from it being fine to good. Yeah. I would say so. Like being able to pick up a full chest, full crate, full chest. Yeah, stuff like that. They're definitely like quality of life things, I would say. And this game isn't that old yet, so they have time to like work on moving and having building stuff and placeables movable. There's a lot of the bulls there. And there's a lot of people that like to play Conan, and they're just interested in building. And the base game does have a few nice build sets, but then there's lots of mods that add their own build sets, which are basically reskins, obviously, just making stuff look different. But what I don't like when I go to play on a modded Conan server is when they have like so many build mods, and I'm like, yeah, no, I know I'm going to pass somebody's massive castle that's going to have massive lag because they've wanted all the things and put all the things in. I like that about official, you know. That was none of that nonsense. You still get builders on officials. And building is what I'm trying to do now. But I had an idea and then I forgot the idea. I want to go out one, I think. And have like a... what do you call them? Like decking all the way around, I think. Even stuff like crafting clutter in games. Rather than good until creative. Right, so well, I'm gonna do... do I want to go 2 out or do I just want to go 1 out? I think I need to go like a big one out, so... 6, 9, 12, 16. Ooh, it's gonna be a few. Don't know if I have enough to do that. Let's draw up. Oh, I can definitely make enough. Can I fit a wall on top of a sloped roof is the question. Craft one of them, and then we will see. I thought you were just gonna build a box house. Oh, it kind of will be. I'm winging it. Because normally down here has me crafting, but I don't really need to do crafting. Considering this is just a secondary server that I just really want to check out. I don't know if my idea for upstairs is going to work. I'm just going to be in here. Move around on my horse. It's easier. Is that clicking again? I have a thrall at home. I'm going to call them thralls because that's what I'm used to calling them. She wasn't one of mine. Guardian found her. Because you can go out and you can, like, you know, recruit workers. There is an actual way to, you can recruit some. Otherwise, you can knock them out and take them home. But you still have to pay them. Even though you've kidnapped them. I don't understand how it works that you have to pay them, but apparently that's a thing. Anyhow, but there are some, the ones that are just sitting around at the camps, you can go and you can actually just hire those ones. Sometimes they need food, sometimes they need specific bits of armor, and then you just, you know, you can train them up on whatever you need them trained up in, but they're not. There we go. But sometimes crafting can take a while. There's some certain things that'll take you like over an hour. And Guardian has this one where like she cuts the time by like 60% of crafting stuff. Like, he hasn't played for ages, but when I didn't even realize until I was moving to like the new base and the lower area on the last map. And I was going through to see like what their stats were, who could do what, and if I had any that like, I didn't really need to take with us. And then I realized how good she was at building. I was like, right, okay. But it's like a massive massive help having something like that. Where am I going? Come back, come back, come back. Construction area is blocked. Well, yeah, because it's under me bloody horse. I hate it when games give you daft messages that you don't want. Okay, let me off. There we go. I think that's the issue. Yes, it was. Right, so I'm doing that down here, and then I'm gonna put in pillars and stuff and try and make it look different. I don't know. This is there's lots of different building stuff as well. Building stuff. There's different materials you can build out of. So at the minute, I'm just using the basic wood stuff. I'll probably stick to that because it's easier to repair if anything decays and whatnot. But you can do clay, stone. What's the next one? The metal stuff does look fancy. I do like the metal foundations. But you need a lot to make those. Those ones, the large ones, they're nice. And you can also get skins. Which, if you want any, I would say buy them from the market on Steam. Don't actually do them the way you have to do them in the game. Right, so. Oh, okay, I'll have to wait a bit till I make those bits. It doesn't really actually need to be this big up here. Horse skin? No. No. You can just round up lots of different horses. There are different types. There's some stocky horses. There's I have a few back at home. Yeah, you can just go and saddle them up. Is that right? Yeah. no. What? How can I? I think mine are just for walls. There's a wall and a gate, I think. Or fence, I mean. Sorry. Fence walls and stuff. So you can't skin it and make it into a rug? No. I don't even think they have rugs in this game. Let's have a look. Nope. No rugs, nah. They're not thinking of the decorators and the builders and stuff, clearly. Am I making enough of these? Oh, yeah. Even base Conan has rugs. Shame on them. Oh, that's ugly. What do you mean it's a mismatch? Get on there. I thought this was a roof, is it not? Yeah, well, roof goes on a ceiling? What the... What are you on about? Are we being serious? Yeah, look, that's... What are you doing? Well then. Oh, but you'll go there? What's that all about? Is this game having my life? Like, what's happening? No. Yeah, just this. Is it because there's no wall underneath? You can have... You don't need a wall to have a ceiling. Are we being serious? That wooden pills are ugly. Yeah. Let's have a look. I don't want to have that going all the way around though. Actually, I could and just pretend that there's pillars. I don't know. I'll see what kind of support I need underneath. Because then I want it to maybe... Because I won't be able to just put that here, will I? Oh, now that's awful. That's actually not what I wanted to do. I forgot. It's in the wall section where you can do a railing. What am I doing? That's a fence. Ugh, honestly. Never. Anyhow, I've got one now. It's alright, it's alright. So then... Okay. So, yeah, I can do it there. No, it's literally going to have to be those stupid things all the way around. You know what? I don't have a lot of creativity when it comes to building. And this game is just stifling any that I might have had. I don't think it's worth it, really. Not for what I wanted to do. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. You alright? Yeah. Thank you. The hell? Nah, I really don't think that's worth it. Oh, we'll see. A lot of games don't allow unsupported ceilings. But that's... No. That's what the friggin' the ceilings to support the roof. I don't know what this nonsense is all about. Wait, see if I can put the daft corner in. And then that's not even going to actually tell us what I want to know. I just wanted like an enclosed like decking area. That's it. And then I was gonna... I probably can't do this bit either. Because that's not gonna make sense to the stupid game. No, the game's not stupid. No. So... Well... No. Excuse me? Delete. Right. I'll put a wall in. Yes, I can put walls in along here. Which is not what I wanted to do. Ugh, that's fine, it's fine. I'm just gonna have a flippin'... It's gonna look like a multi-story building now. It's gonna look like one of them. Like I'm gonna have a whole load of council tenants living in here. How do you tame a horse? Well, Taurus. You have to be of a certain level. I can't remember what it is. Make a rain. I've got a premium one. Doesn't... Depending on your level, I don't think it matters too much when you're going to start off with one. And then what you need to do... Hang on, I don't want to tame one because I'll just have to get rid of it. I'll feel bad. Oh, this is just going to be just opening crap up here. We're ignoring the building for now. We're just going to ignore that. I went out and collected all those resources and I'm just going to ignore it. I do like this. But yes. Passive team of the carrot. No. You do need hay though. I say need. You don't need. Can I fit? Yeah, so... Oh, I can. Can I do that? Oh. Piss off. I don't like this. Okay, we're going to put some stuff away. Yeah, so you need some reins. And it's like... It is a bit like Ark though. Where you have to make sure the horse doesn't see you. Or throw down some hay so the horse is distracted. You still have to sneak though. You can't just go running up at it. I suppose you can. They can't always get away. Right, I'm going to try and do the tribute thingy. I'll show you. I'll jump on one and then I'll just jump back off because I don't need any. If I go get one. Trip here for next week. So mine doesn't expire until the 4th of August. Nice. Right. Getting there. Did all that collecting for note. Foreman. You think you know what to do? Yes, you just have make sure you have your rein in your hand, tortoise, before you see the horse. And then you can hide on this game, you can hide behind rocks and trees. So if you crouch behind rocks and trees, but make sure you stand up for taming of the horse. And it's going to try and throw you off. And there's a mini game. Left clicking and right clicking. So it's a bit more complicated than Ark, but similar to Ark. Look at that, man. Ugh. I get a headache for no reason. Don't know why. Hang on, are you empty? You are empty. I don't have any heat either. Grass, bark, and low quality barley. Do I have any of those things? No, we don't. Doesn't really matter though. There's also ways where you can set up a horse stable and kind of steer them in there. Like it's not like the old up, down, left, right triangle square. No, it's not. It's a bit tough on the old fingers though. I think I threw away the barley. I do have some bark. I knew I had some bark. I'm actually just going to be a minute. I'm going to go and check on Snacks because he was in the middle of doing something that he should have finished a while ago. I'm going to make sure he's okay. Right, I'm back. Snacker being productive? He was supposed to be. So he was gonna make tacos. Grass? I don't have grass. Are we being serious here? What's the what? Where's the grass? Yeah, he was gonna make tacos, and then that was a long time ago. So I was like, is he okay? Has he finished it? I don't even need that many. But yes, she's fine. Yeah, he's I'm not really a fan of tacos. And at the minute I'm staying away from wheat anyway. So I'll be just having mince. The mince part of the taco. Oh, and lettuce, because I like lettuce, yeah. Right, yeah, so this is gonna go here. Look at that. Look at this hideous mess. I don't really want to think about it. Tacos taste like 15. Yeah, they take about 15 minutes. Yeah, so what the problem was is my fridge has been a bit weird at the minute. And some of the mince was frozen. So I was like, right, we'll just cook it on like low. Make sure it's all defrosted first. And then, because you'd already put it in the... You didn't realise until you put it in the pan. And so it's like, yeah, cook it on low for a bit and then do it. And that was quite some time ago. Oh, level 10. I should probably say that in about 2 minutes, so I'm not going to go for that one. And so I go in. I'm like, you alright? So I am cooking it on low, like you said, until it's... I was like, yeah, until it's defrosted. I thought maybe like 5-10 minutes maximum. Like, you. Do you want to just chill? You want to chill out? I need someone to hide behind. Ew. You and Griff will get. Come back and get my hair. Am I ready? I think I'm ready. And just boil it to defrost and drain the... Bleh. Gross, man. What's the matter with you? Is you have to watch that thing above its head for where it can see you or not. I think I've not really done this quite well, but you're fine. Ah! There you go. Probably don't shout at it while you're trying to jump on its back, though. That's a bit... I've got pretty high taming skills, so I'm not really going to have an issue with this, but I don't want the horse, so I'm just going to jump off. Yeah. What are you pressing? So anger, you can make it angry by trying to steer it in a certain direction. And when the anger gets too high, it'll try and break loose. But I didn't want it, so I need to go and find my horse now. But yeah. Hello? There you are. I live close to where I can, to where I need to go when I want to go home as well. Can't have more than... Oh, yeah, I can. I'm allowed... I say allowed. Hang on, I'm just going to close that door. Noisy. Yeah. Nice little gets. Yeah, I can have... How do I find that out? I can't remember. I think 5. And you can put them in the stable and stuff anyway. Could I make it into a burger? No, I can't. I don't think... I think when you just dismiss them, it just deletes them. Look at that. It looks awful. I can see me dodgy excuse for like a side fence thing. The door probably looks nice. I would like to be able to have the door and the fence, but obviously you can't because it's the same build piece and be going in the same place. It makes sense that it doesn't work. That reminded me I didn't put my stable down. I've put it in the thing. Okay. As I can technically leave this until the protection time runs out or whatever it is. And then it would start to decay. Doesn't really matter. I'll only be using this if anything happens to my horse. So you can put them away in here as well. You successfully tamed a level 19 horse. Well, congratulations, Taurus. Your first horse. It's definitely helpful. Do you have a saddle and everything? Hey, Brazzy. Okay, right. I'm gonna leave some stuff because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to mine. I say mine. This is obviously mine as well now. I'm just gonna. You do? Oh, good, good, good. And if anything happens to your horse, you can revive it in the stable if you make a stable. I mean, you can always just get another one as well, but yeah. So when there's a dead horse, it comes up in that tab. So the middle one on the top right. And there'll be a recover. And it brings it back. So you don't... You can eventually lose your horse, but a horse has a certain amount of life force. And until that runs out, I don't think you can. This is Myth of Empires, Brazzy. So life force, yeah, 600 out of 800. When the life force of a mount drops to 0 before it dies, it can no longer be revived and must be manually dismissed. Or dispatched. Serious injury, dying, or mating. I don't understand why mating lowers the life force of your horses, but it does. Bit weird. Hang on, I'm gonna take you back. So I feel like this is pretty much, well, it's set up enough for the day. This building's not really, yeah. Survival game? Yes, it is a survival game. Exploring, surviving. You can sell things. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna make a few more buildings just so I have everything I need here. But I'll be back in a second. What are you on about? I said back in a minute. Need to count in seconds unless you're going to count up to 60 and then, well, you know. Oh, I don't want to take those. I'm not going to take that because that's for here. No, get on. All right, here we go. This is a really good area for clay. I like that. Yes, tacos. Oh, basically for me, just lettuce and mince, because, yeah. I'm not having the shell. The shells are nice. We get the soft ones, though. I think he prefers the crunchy ones. I prefer the soft ones, but it's not really going to matter since I'm not eating wheat anymore. But yeah, so basically I didn't get... I got like a... Oh, what would you call them in fancy restaurants? I got like a deconstructed taco is what I got. I forgot about the stupid cooldown. I have to stand here for 13 minutes just waiting for a cooldown for this. Ugh. And it costs me money to take my horse back home with me. $1,000. Jeez. Ripped off. Proper expensive bus ride. I don't think I can wander off either. It seems a bit stupid because there's already a cooldown of an hour. So I have to wait an hour after I get here before I can leave anyway. And then they're going to add like an extra one on top of that. Just doesn't seem right. But it is what it is. I can be as unhappy about it as I want. I still have to wait. I'm not getting home any quicker. And no, not chili con carne. There's no kidney beans in out in this. Although, have I had... Yeah, chili's got kidney beans in, hasn't it? Or chili beans or whatever you call them. Shaped like kidney beans. What do you mean not proper taco stuffing? It's what it says to do on the box. Mince. Onion. Lettuce. Salsa. I want to see kidney beans. It's gross, man. Am I muted? Yes, I'm muted. Are you muted, Thomas? I'm looking for where the emotes are, so not really saying anything. Forgotten where to get them from. You're not muted? Oh well, that's good. I'm just checking if there's anything that I need to buy, like a scroll, a profession thingy for while I'm here, while I'm waiting. I think I might need one for taming. But to be fair, I can tame stuff anyway. Alright, how long have I got? 4 minutes? I don't even know what that is. What does that mean? I've unlocked something, and I don't know why. But you know. So what happens when you start pressing stuff and you don't know what you're pressing? I don't even really live here. Okay, now less than 2 minutes. We're doing it. We're doing it. Can you hurry up though? It would be appreciated. Okay. Now we can leave. And I have to pay to take my stuff home with us. Like. Oh, maybe I can't leave. Oh, here we go. Right, so I need to go to that one. That one. It's mine. 605 copper. Ugh. Rub off. And then I can't leave the game for an hour. They do reduce that and whatnot when if the server you're playing on is closing. They do reduce the cooldown timer and stuff. No, I don't want to be away. I want to be at home. Well, not that home. Oh no, yes, this home. Is that where I live? It must be. Can't you just walk it? I mean, I think I could, you know. The game doesn't believe me skills. I could do without the that in my house. Okay, we just haven't loaded them properly. It's fine. So this is where I actually live. Oh, did I not put it on this? Oh, I did. It's fine. It's fine. So this, the market. I used to sell 80,000 for a bow. Are you messing? Oh, I've got to check this out. I have a chest full of those. If that's how much bows are going for, I'm going to start selling some. It's all about the money. Yeah, no, you can't sell them for that much, man. That's still too much for a bow. 1,700. You kidding me? Anyhow, he's gonna get me horse back. Thank you. There you are. I paid to bring that grass back. Ugh, embarrassing. I have a rather chunky horse. The Speedy was talking about this one being skinny earlier. I'll show you. I think it is Munch. How'd you get yourself stuck? It's my problem. It's my building placement, but it's fine. Look, that one's chunky. Follow me. I could have swore they were a darker color, but they're not. Need a big share? Oh, big share horse. I used to like Marnie's mod horses for Ark. The big, I think, Dre horses or something they were called. Your cage door's open. Let yourself out. Like a 30 hand. Yeah, look, that's one muscly horse. I go for speed over anything else when it comes to these, because of my tendency to need to run away from the mountain lions. I was going to call it a combat lion, but you can buy all sorts of things from here. Let's have a look. I've been wanting to get a Steppenwolf. Don't even know what it is. Never going to pay these prices though, so I'm never going to get one. But, look at it. That's a beast. 130,000, man. Like, woof. To be fair, I think they are a bit difficult to get. It's like an event thing you have to do for them. So, it's not the same as horses. You can't just go and, like, bridle them up or whatever you do. You can get a warlord. 1.5 million. Alrighty. To be fair, the quality is good, but I don't know. Crocodile King. No idea what I would do with that. Ow, 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 stop it. I mean, that's like... Is that crazy expensive? But I don't really know what it does. I've just looked at these things. But with horses, you can get all sorts of shapes. Obviously different color patterns. Sorry, I've got a bird in my mouth. Color patterns, obviously different types of manes, tails. Some very thin horses. Get off! What's wrong with you, man? I don't know where she got that from. I really hope like the bird breeder's not teaching birds to try and like eat from people's mouths, because that's weird. Hey Sven, I'm good. How are you? Sven or Juniper, because it could be either of you. I will say hello to both. But yeah, so you can get all sorts of different... I do prefer the chunkier ones, honestly. These are some weird looking things. I think they're called bloodstains or something. Ah, hello Sven and Juniper. See? Yeah, that just looks plasticky. I've never seen one in person though. I mean, it's cheap enough I could buy it and have a look, but I have enough horses to go for. I think called bloodstained ones. Yeah. And then over on the right is where it tells you you're getting better at being on your own account, Juniper. It's over here it tells you. I mean, the speed of 929 is decent. So that is a good horse for 5,000. It's like pretty good. This is an odd duck. It's green hair and it's GF. But you can get all sorts. It's like the Spanish weights. Ah, okay. I know nothing about horses. Well, no, that's not true. They normally have 4 legs, a mane and a tail. And they eat stuff. I've got one that looks like that. But yeah, there's lots of, you can just get them yourself. People sell them. You can also buy warriors. I prefer to go and get them myself. It's a cool on thing. The people in this game, they're very different. Like you don't often get two that look the same. Lots of tattoos and stuff. That is interesting. I will call it interesting. But apparently, I don't know, because I've never got one, but my friend said that the chunkier they are, the more powerful they are in this game. Yeah, so he's like the orange. I think orange is the highest quality. I was gonna say they must be the big ones, but she's not. Like that tattoo on her nose looks a bit like, yeah. But I have plenty of those. I don't need to buy any. But what I do need to do is get working on... I wanted to craft some stuff to take to the other base, and I also need to put down the mine. Come on, you. I'll put you back. But I also want to get the crafting lady out. She's that one. I wish they didn't spit them out all the way back there. The ones they used to breed for royalty, now mostly dancing horses, as they're very placid and flexible. Oh, okay, so like the dressage ones. Right, come with me. Oh, do I need you to be in that? I need the stage station. And I might have to make a market for over there. In case there's anything I want to sell from the other one, because I'm not going to want to pay for it to come back here to then send over there. And I was all supposed to... there's a load of stuff that I haven't done. You just chill there for a bit. I think I've got some soup for you. There you go. You eat your soup. So I did start trying to make a farm. I think I put one down. And then I was doing so I've got a well. I needed to make a mining hut. But I don't think I'll get any iron from here, which is a bit of a shame because that sells for... well, it used to sell for a lot. I already had large wooden foundations I could have taken with me. Amazing. I have treasure maps. I don't really know how to use them. It's easy enough to look it up. It's not like I'm never going to know. I just don't really know. I've got my brazen bull. That's for me taming of the workers. I don't know, a lot of building bits I could have taken, but it would have cost us money to take them over, so yeah. What did I actually want to take? I wanted to take a station. I know that much. So... so when I spawn in, I won't have to spawn at the camp, which is not that far from where I live anyway. But I'll be able to just go straight to my place. The station? Hardwood and twine, okay. Yes, hardwood and twine, okay. don't think that's enough. I can't really tell what I'm going to need at the other stages though. Obviously stone and hardwood for the next one. Because when you place stuff like this down, it goes in stages. So, like the base, which is what I've made. That's still going to take a half hour to do that. Drop. Like if anybody saw me make the guild marker, then you'll know there's multiple steps to it. Most things like workbenches and that, you don't have to. It just seems to be guild buildings and stuff. Do I have... See, I have a lot of these. And then I have a lot of food to give them. I think I'll do rabbits and foxes. Oh yeah, food. Oh, I don't have any fox fodder. Oh, I do a tiny little bit. Yeah, it's not gonna cut it. Can't do foxes yet then. It's fine, put them back and just do rabbits for now. It's a good way to get raw meat and hides. I don't need all the space. So yeah, backyard started a farm. And then left it. It was a pain in the butt. I didn't really build on... I mean, it's clear. I didn't build on a flat area. But I do like to have all the pens and stuff together. I don't know if I can keep them over here. 6. Okay. Ooh. Let's do some feeding. How much food do you have? Ooh, not a lot. But I'm just going to feed them grass. Because it's very easy to get. I already have plenty inside the base, but I'm just gonna go get some. Is that a person up there? Oh, it's a horse. Six hours of work and 25 tickets. That doesn't sound like too much. I suppose you can do 15 an hour. So yeah, slow day. Nice. I remember once when I worked at the call centre, I never know when it's a bank holiday and when it isn't. I just knew I was working. So I'd gone into the... Because you could either work from home or go into the office, but they wanted you to be in the office, like, I think, so many days a month. Or I can't remember what it was. So I got turned up, and there's basically only me and two other people in our part of the office. And I was like, did I miss something? And they're like, oh yeah, it's bank holiday. It's not busy on a bank holiday. So I don't think the other people had even been rotated in. I still got like multiple calls an hour, but they were like, oh, I don't mind coming in the office when it's a quiet day. I was like, I didn't even know it was going to be a quiet day. So far, I've mopped the kitchen floor, done the dishes, two loads of washing. Not bad. I did used to like working from home, but it was pretty much just because, like, once I was finished, I was finished. But it's still, I hated that job. Some departments get busy, yours doesn't. See, I was help desk, which is basically glorified automated, like non-automated switchboard. Because, you know, people feel better when they can actually talk to a person for some reason. Which didn't, I don't really think it actually helped them, because the place I worked for, there was only certain things that we were trained on. Like, we couldn't handle complaints. We couldn't handle account closures. There was a lot of stuff that we couldn't handle. And then people wouldn't even press the right thing to get through to the right place that they needed to be through. So they'd need tech support, but they weren't listening to the options that you get at the beginning. So it would be like, oh, my card machine's broken. I'm like, Yeah, I'll put you through to tech support. Like, you know, there's options for that. And I want to make a complaint. Well, I can try and put you through to complaints, but it's a busy department, so you'll be there a while. Oh, yeah, it was for me. Rabbits, wasn't it? Job's easy, pays decent, saves commuting, good bonuses. Oh, nice. Ooh, that's a big... I don't know. I think a wolf might be able to get through there. Definitely his design flaw. Get in there. Oh my god, I'm going to need a lot more food than I thought I needed. Used to get customers that would spam wrong buttons. With so many, they took us off the phones. So now it's ticket based. Tickets raised by other staff. Yeah, it was very weird. I don't understand why they wouldn't just... Remember there was a day the card machines went down. Don't know what was wrong with it. No, it's not something they would ever tell us anyway. And people... There was they put an automated message on, and then people still insisted on getting through to, like, oh, I'm stuck. Through to us and be like, oh, I'm having trouble with the card machine. It's like, oh yeah, there's a bit of this, like, there's an issue going on at the minute. Oh, well, I did hear that message. Well, if you heard that message, why did you need me to retell you the message? Like, they're working on it. I mean, to be fair, if I was a business and my way of taking payments wasn't working, I wouldn't be happy either. But, like, we weren't allowed to give any information, basically because they didn't give us information. But it was like, oh, just tell people that we're working on it. And it's like, well, I hope you fucking are. Used to work deadlock. That was annoying. So many Karens. Yeah. Like I said, when it comes down to fucking up people's way of taking payments, and it happened, I remember I was at home and I logged on the system and I saw, and I'm not even joking, because it was a 24/7 service, but they didn't get that many people ringing up overnight, and apparently people love to get night shift and whatnot. That wasn't for me. But anyway, I logged on and there was hundreds. I can't remember exactly, but I think it said like 200 and something calls in the backlog. And I was like, nah, that's gotta be a mistake. So I'm thinking, no, not possibly. And it was all about like the card machines. And I was like, right, so the first lot, I'm just like, oh, okay, we'll get you through to tech support, and then... And the way you couldn't actually, there's like no supervisor that you can just directly contact. It's done over like a group chat thingy, which I find very odd. So it's just like people will put stuff in there, like if they will need answers to stuff, because you don't get trained on everything that you need to be trained on. And they'll go, well, you know, like some things like you won't know about until it happens. And I'm like, oh, great company, great company. You somewhere out there unprepared, amazing. But yeah, a couple of people had put it in there, like, oh, I'm having a lot of like these calls, and it was like, oh, well, we'll get through it, we'll be fine. And then they put the automated message on when they realised that it was an issue, and then people are like, well, am I going to be able to get compensation for this? And I'm like, how do I know? I don't know. And then it happened the next day, and I was like, oh, fuck my life, honestly. And then people are like, well, it happened yesterday. I'm like, they're good shouting at me, mate. I kind of do know for you. Like, we don't want these things to happen. I don't want angry customers that I can't help. Yeah, had issues of the week after some tech guy updated the auto check and broke the system. Getting like 2k an hour. I had some really things that like somebody called the company because they wanted to cancel their subscription to a paper or something, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, we don't deal with that. It's like you need to talk to that company. Well, yes, but it says that the payments go through like this company, and I was like, that's how the company's taking their payments, but you need to deal with the company to handle your, like, cancel your subscription to whatever it was. I can't remember which paper it was, one of the newspapers. And then somebody wanted to know so they'd paid a company a deposit for something, and they were wanting to know if, like, I could check if that payment went through for that company. I was if the company got the deposit, and I was like, absolutely not. That's like, no. I'm like, the only way I can talk to you is if you've passed the security. If you're the owner of the account and you've passed security questions, it would be like your neighbor ringing up the bank and being like, oh well, Mrs. Smith at number 20. Can you just tell us, like, did she get this payment? No. It's not Nicola. That was making noises. Yeah, crazy stuff like that, and then people not being happy that they had to answer security questions, and it's like, this is about your money, keeping your money safe. Would you be happy if one of your employees could just ring up and be like, oh, I work for this company, can you tell us how much they took last week? And I'm like, oh yeah, no bother, Joe Blogs. 2 minutes. Yeah, the company you work for took like, $1 million. Absolutely not. It's insane. But we had all sorts. That one was the paper one was funny because he didn't want to take no for an answer. I was like, no, I don't deal with that. Yeah, but this is your company. No. But you don't understand. That's not how that works. Yes, people are idiots. They would be explaining stuff to people like, oh, this is why that's happening. Well, that wasn't explained to me when I signed my contract, and I was like, great. I can't see your contract. Oh, and they'll be like, oh, can you tell me exactly where in my contract it says that? Like, well, no, because I don't handle your contract. I don't get all your personal details. I only get what I need to know to do my job. Like, do you want me to know everything about you? Like, I wouldn't be happy if I was, like, somebody that worked on a help desk knew everything about my account, like my personal stuff. So, there's another department that can deal with that for you, and I can pass you through to them. If I get idiots that feel security, I get to bar the device and disconnect their phone number. Nice. You would get some people because, like, the owner of the business might set something up, and then they'll tell their secretary or their employee or their other half or whatever to ring up and, like, can you get it fixed for them? And then they'll go, oh, well, I don't know the answer to that question, or I haven't got the answer to that question. And it's like, well, those are the only ones that I'm like, I can only ask you these two. I'm sorry. Like, if you can get them to ring up. And then it's like, well, you got me to ring up. Like, well, yeah, but there's a reason why I'm not allowed to just give information to anybody. And you do get the scammers as well, though. Somebody was well dodgy, and he's like, oh, I can't remember that. Oh, you know what it's like. My other half normally deals with this kind of thing for me. And I was like, okay. And then I recognized the voice and he was ringing up for a different business. And I'm thinking, I've heard this before. And he was... it turned out there was a couple of them at the time. He was one of them. He got, like, they had a recording of one of his calls, and I was like, I've spoke to him. And he was, like, dead pleasant, and, you know, trying to be friendly and that. And oh, yeah, oh, no, it's no problem. I'll just get the information from her and try and ring again. And, like, please don't. This isn't your account. Like, don't do it. You know everything about people. If they have car finance, what the registration is, if they have a mortgage, how much in the bank, how much credit. Oh my god. If they have kids, siblings, Jesus. I don't like people knowing all that about me. It's weird. But some companies feel like they need to know everything. To be fair though, most of the customers were absolutely fine. You had the odd racist one because they'd think they'd gotten through to the call center from a different country. Like somebody told me to, what was it? Can you talk slowly and clearly? I was like, I can't talk any slower. Can you talk louder? No, I can't because then I'd be shouting. No. And then, where are you from? Like, what do you mean, where am I from? Like, England. And then, oh, he soon changed his tune after that. Then I wasn't talking too fast or too low for him. That was a good one. Or when the poor person from tech support had to put a man through to the help desk because he didn't want to deal with her. And she was like, he needs help with his card machine. I'm like, well, he's through to the right department then. And she's like, yeah, he doesn't want to deal with me. And I was like, all right. And she's like, I apologize for this. And I'm like, oh god, what am I about to get here? And yeah, he said he couldn't understand her. Couldn't understand her English. I'm thinking, well, you fucked me because I'm a Geordie. You're not going to be able to understand my English. But she spoke perfect English. There was absolutely nothing wrong with what she was, like, how she spoke. I think what they forget is we had to deal with that team all the time because that's I think where the majority of the tech support went, to that country. And so they would get a lot of English customers and customers from wherever else, so they needed to be able to speak it, and they could. I don't think I ever spoke to anybody who I had trouble understanding. And yeah, he was just a racist cunt. That's what his problem was. He couldn't understand her. And I was like, well, the problem is, that's the team that you need to speak to. Like, we can't help you with that. And then I don't know if that's the one that said that he wanted to close his account after that. He wanted to close his account because he couldn't understand the tech support. It's like, yeah, you're forgetting that she has to speak to me before she passes you off, so I know what she's talking like, but... And all calls are recorded, so there you go. You can use other programs to save socials, etc. too. Wow. Yeah, when Vodafone switched to overseas call centers, they lost nearly 1 million customers. I do understand the familiarity, like hearing a familiar accent. We had customers that were happy that they'd gotten through to the call center in this country. And I don't think all of them were racist or anything. I just think it was like, it's a familiarity thing. It's like a comfort type thing, maybe. Like, because you're speaking to somebody who's like from the same country or has the same language or whatnot, even though the other people can speak it, that maybe we'll be more able to understand what their problem is and help them better, I suppose. Orange, when you worked for them, they went to India centres. They nearly went bankrupt from how many customers they lost. Yeah, I think it's also a thing of maybe wanting to support people having jobs in this country as well. Like, there is sometimes the language barrier thing. I don't think the team from the other country were any less competent than we were, even though the only big mistakes that I ever had to try and get corrected did come from them, but I don't think it had... Maybe their training was a bit different to ours. Like the guy that lost like £5,000 and a car. Because they told him that the transaction had gone through twice. When you can't tell that for the same day because the machine needs to bank, which then reconciles, and often what looks like a duplicate payment gets corrected then, and it obviously only one gets taken, and they should have known that, but it might have just been that one person on that one day. But yeah, a couple of times when the big mistakes had happened and you check for the records and it was the team from there. But I bet you there was some numpties in England making mistakes as well, because the like I said, the training, they don't train you for everything. It's essentially, and not with the severity, but the way it is, it's like teaching somebody first aid and then expecting them to work on like the emergency ward. The training, it's not, it just doesn't cover everything that you need, but they've probably got better now. I just know that the part that I worked on had a very high turnover, a lot of people leaving. And old employees being like, yeah, no, that was the worst. Like, working on the help desk was the worst thing ever. Yeah, from my experience, the overseas centres know the words, but not the meanings. Yeah, you work with many idiots. Yeah, I think it's... But, like, I mean, I have a manager at the minute, which actually I think... Because I'm on holiday this week. When I go back, I'll have a different manager. And I don't work at the call centre anymore, obviously. I work in a supermarket. But she's English. She's from the general area. So there shouldn't be any issues with communication. But when you're asking her a question or you're trying to explain a problem to her, she answers what she thinks you're saying, not what you're actually saying. So I can be like, what did I say? We had a new system, a new way of doing something. And I was like, yeah, but I mean... And she's like, oh, so how are you finding it? And I was like, well, I haven't really been able to do it properly. Yeah, but it's pretty much the same as the other one. And I'm like, right, well, once I've tried it out properly, like, I'll be able to, say that. All I'm saying is, because I haven't been able to do it, it's still new to me. And oh, well, it'll be fine. Oh, right, okay, yes, okay, yeah, it'll be fine. And what's not computing here? I didn't tell you it wasn't going to be fine. You asked me a question and I'm answering, but you're coming up with something that has nothing to is not relevant. Many a time, and I'm not the only one that feels like that either. Like, everybody else describes it the same way. Like, she's answering a question that you haven't asked, or she's not dealing with the problem because she's not understanding what your problem is. And like I said, she's from here, so, Doesn't look like I need to do it. This is going to be loads better. That's odd. And she came in one morning and there was... Most of my team was in one aisle because it was the last thing that we needed to do. Just put the meat out. And she shouts hello to... names one person. There's three or four of us standing in there apart from this one person. And one of the lasses went, "Is it me or was that really fucking rude?" And I was like, I don't think she's meaning it to be rude, but instead of saying morning everyone, she's like, morning, like, you, and the rest of you can come fuck off. It was I thought it was funny because of how just random it was, and like my colleague was like, "That's really rude," and I was like, yeah, I mean, she could have just said morning everyone. it's stuff like that. I don't think like, she meant it to be. I just think that the communication just wasn't great. But I'm sure, you know, if she was from a different country, people would be blaming that, you know, racist people. But no, you just get, it doesn't really matter. I think, I don't know, for me with call centers, I don't like the fact that if I have to ring one, then, you know, something has to be wrong. Like there has to be an issue for me to ring them. Otherwise, I'm not ringing anybody. I don't want to talk to you. Oh, 2 minutes. I'm back. Luckily, I didn't get eaten by any wolves or anything. Maybe couldn't think of everyone else's names. That could be a thing, but you don't have to name them. Just say morning, everyone. She did actually get the names wrong. It was we were having like health and safety or whatever coming in, and they can ask you, do you know where the fire point is? All, you know, those kinds of things that you need to know. And if you're a fire marshal, your answers are a little bit different. And so she asked me, she's like, "Are you fire marshal?" I went, "No." She says, "But I think I'm not going to name co-workers' real names, so I'm just going to say Sally." I was like, "I think Sally is." And she went, "Wait, Sally just lied to me then because she said she wasn't?" And I was like, "She's not in the day." She was a different. These two co-workers look totally different. Apart from the fact that they're both female. And she's like, "Oh, she just lied to us because she told me she is." And I was like, "She's not in the day." And she went, "Oh," and I was like, that's Jane. And she's like, "All right, we all have name badges on as well." I mean, she kind of, to be fair to her, there's a lot of staff in that shop. So I don't really expect you to remember everybody's names. But yeah, just like, oh no, she just lied to us. Well, not from home, she didn't. So. That one made us laugh as well. But yeah, there's a lot of people, and like we only need to remember her name, but she has everybody else's to remember. She had been there for a few months at that point, though, so I don't know. Okay, I'm still just trying to feed these rabbits. Ebla, it's my mouth. Get off. What do you mean no? You will. We've had so many different managers in that shop, though it's ridiculous. And we're getting a new one, so can I just do it all? Right, you know what? 28% food, that's gonna have to do. I can't keep doing this all afternoon. Get out. Get out. No. No. I don't know if trying to stick her head in my mouth is Nibbler's way of bonding or something. But like, I'd rather she didn't. She's trying to get in my eye sockets now. Okay, I'm gonna leave my lady... lag. It's particularly bad on this server. I think it must be an active one. Well, obviously I know it's active, otherwise it would be closing. But I don't know if just people are crafting all the time or what the deal is. Get off. Some places have a high turnover. I'm used to genuinely used to high turnovers of staff in retail. That's a given. Used to that. I'm not used to having more managers than like. So I've only been there, this particular place, for like, I think nearly 4 years. And we've had a lot more managers than that. So there was one when I started, then one after him, obviously. And there's another one, then another one, then 6. So there's been 6. And we're getting the 7th since I've been there. Which is, I don't know. There was a bit of a restructuring recently, and people in management positions got sacked. Somebody got called in off maternity. He was on paternity leave. They called him in and sacked him and told him he wasn't allowed to talk to anybody on the shop floor on his way out, and had security escort him out. So it's a dodgy place. Probably getting replaced for bad performance. Oh, no. They don't bother with that, Centurion. No, they don't bother with that. Poor performance? No problem. They'll just have, because we tend to get older managers there, they'll just let them retire and get a different one. Or they'll ignore the bad performance. Or it'll be the staff's fault because we're not doing our job properly. We did have a good manager at one point. I think he'd worked there when the shop first opened, and he'd gone on to other shops, and he was near retirement age. No, I don't even think near retirement age, I just think near to retiring. And he was good. He paid attention to the sales. He made sure, being from the area that we're from, that the booze was stocked up and ready for the Friday night, Saturday night, Saturday daytime. He'd be on the shop floor. He'd be seeing what was going on. It was his shop. He was interested in all that. And I think I know our sales did really well when he was there. And then we went from that to somebody who was present, but he brought a bully with him. So our assistant manager, who had worked his way up and knew the shop inside and out and knew the people, knew the job, he was really good. He got replaced by somebody that the manager brought in, was his assistant manager from a different shop, who was a two-faced lying bastard. He was a horrible person. Be nice to people's faces, obviously, because he's like that. But no, he's not coming back, so that's good. And we got the person that we had before him. They've come back. But yeah, after that we had one that was never really on the shop floor. It would pretend that you were listening to him if you had any complaints and stuff. But then did nothing about it. Just smile and agree with you and then do fuck all. And then we got this one, who... the morale went up because it was really down because of the last guy. And these, because he kept the assistant manager that was the dickhead. And the morale was, it couldn't have got any worse. So it went up when she came, because we got rid of those two. But then, I don't know, she was just too much of a stress head. Seemed like a nice person, though. Which is better. I think she wanted to try, and she did put the effort in, and the shop did do better with her there. And then this one that we're going to get, I don't really know about him, but we're still keeping the good assistant manager. So if anything, I'm just hoping that, it's a lot to ask, but I hope we can just keep everything going good. But it's retail, man. I'm just not, like I said, I'm used to a higher turnover of staff, but not managers. One place I worked for quite a few years, I can't remember how many, but we only had 2 managers, and one of them, she got promoted to area manager, which is why we lost her. She was great. And then we got one after her who he quit to go and do something else after a couple of years. Right. I think that I'm going to leave it there for today. Despite the fact that it got dark, it hasn't rained, and I'm quite warm. Which is never very good. Plus, Nibbler's going to need some attention. But I have had fun doing a bit of exploring. I did a lot of chatting. Apologies for anybody who had to hear all of my ramblings. But yes, I think that's it. I might... See, I said this last time and then I didn't come back later, so I don't really want to say it. But, like, I may be back a bit later. I do want to stream some Final Fantasy again, because I really like that. I was even considering actually getting a subscription. But it'll probably not be with Snacks, because he's back into his Guild Wars too, so... Which I don't mind. I thought it was okay yesterday. Was it yesterday I played? So I'm going to say thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, consider liking and subscribing if you want to. No judgment if you don't. It's completely up to you. Join you for the Guild Wars? Meh. I prefer management that have been promoted rather than these plebs from... Yeah, that's definitely... Like I said, with the assistant manager we have, he worked his way up from the bottom, so... Thanks for the stream. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I will. But yes, everybody, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Whatever you're up to. Whatever you're not up to. Hope you all have a great day. And if I don't see you later, I should see you tomorrow. And thank you everybody for hanging out. I've had fun. And good luck at work, Centurion.